Greetings, loved ones.
Hello, everybody. 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, no, I was just taking care of something real quick.
But
Right.
yeah, so when we said that people who like men, you die on July 9th.
Yeah.
People who like men, how we feeling?
Oh, man. I'm feeling great. Oh, yeah.
I also am feeling great. Here comes the boy.
Oh, jeez. Welcome.
He is here. There he is.
Oh, jeez.
But yes, we have been excited about the captains since about a little over halfway through season 1.
Yeah.
So, and he's finally here.
Yeah.
There he is. He's finally here.
Oh, we've been very, very pumped. All right.
Okay, so let's dig into questions. Talk about the playlist.
Yes, as always.
Yep.
Oh, there's.
Yeah, I see it. Centuries by Fall Out Boy. Combat music.
Combat music.
When we said that every time we look for combat music, we go to Fall Out Boy first, we really fucking meant it. And then Kids in the Dark and Kids in the Dark by All Time Low and What About Us by Pink.
Yeah.
We're both for that scene on Katya's ship
boat.
where they were talking about, like what comes next and things like that.
Yeah.
I think, those were really illustrative of how that was the point where Leo and Fee were like, we realize where all of our anger at this situation needs to be directed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the point of them moving away from, we're choosing not to be angry at each other anymore, to, oh no, we know exactly what the issue is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get his ass.
Yeah, and Kids in the Dark, I kind of was really conflicted because we had Disaster Hearts by I Fight Dragons on episode 3, and I wasn't sure which one was going to go where when we were first building these. Because Disaster Hearts by I Fight Dragons has the line of disaster has a way of remaking our hearts long after all the thunder and scars, which now makes sense after Leo's whole thing.
Yeah.
But Kids in the Dark ended up going on this one because it had more of a focus on what the actual issue was about. And it still has the line of what a shame, beautiful scars on critical veins.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing with Leo getting that facial scar.
It was supposed to be worse.
Oh, it was supposed to be way worse. Because originally it was just like an aesthetic thing where you were like, oh yeah, with all the changes that are going on with Leo and Oskaya, what if we just give him a huge facial scar? Would that be badass? He's gonna get back to Volglador and Zed's gonna go. And then
we went 0 to 100 and we were like, wait, what if Leo loses a fucking eye?
Yeah, that was one of the things we had pitched, and then we recorded
decided
episode
it was
2.
too much.
Yeah. We recorded episode 2, and then we decided a permanent injury on that scale feels a little too much like torture porn.
Yeah, so I mean,
we decided against it.
Yeah, and we kept the scar.
Yes.
We weren't sure.
It was an important character.
Yeah, we weren't sure when he was going to get it because he could have gotten it in the crocodile fight.
Yeah, that would have been.
But we weren't sure where he was going to get it, and then that Nat 20 happened in the crag cat fight, and we were like, "Oh, okay, we might as well do it now." Like,
time for this.
Yeah. So the fun thing about Leo is Leo's tagline for this season is "Get crit on" to the tune of "Get shit on." I am not even kidding you guys. Leo has gotten a Nat 20 rolled on him in every single combat this season that he has been in.
I think there's one where he didn't.
No.
Episode 8. I don't think he had a Nat 20 rolled on him.
No, he didn't get it. Okay. So Leo has had a Nat 20 rolled on him in every combat except for one of the entire season.
It's been very funny. My dice said,
fuck you in particular.
Yeah.
But so Leo's subtitle for season 2 is "Get crit on."
Yeah. But yeah, the facial scar was also, it evolved as we were talking about it into kind of an important character moment with the whole thing of Leo choosing his principles over his vanity. And
because like up until that point in this season, like, you know, Leo's been a very vain person, and he's been kind of self-absorbed, and like a lot of his self-worth and a lot of the ways that he moves about in the world kind of rely on how pretty he is. That moment of him, because again, you know, we're emphasizing this and we've emphasized it before, anytime Leo wants to pick up that knife and cast a cleric spell, he can do it. He can do it
at any time.
And he was well aware of that in that moment where the healer was like, you are going to have a scar for the rest of your life. And he was like, nope, not worth it.
Yep.
So, Leo has a big badass facial scar now.
Yeah.
Originally, he was going to lose an eye, but we decided against it, and I feel good about that.
Yeah,
he had a bad time in Oskaya. Yeah.
And F's in the chat for the cool magic item. He was
we had a really cool magical prosthetic eye designed for him.
Yeah.
That we, you know, had to throw out at the last minute because we just decided that decision was too much. But we did have a really cool magical prosthetic planned for him.
Yes.
But that got thrown out, and and again, you know, I'm still happy with how it turned out.
Yeah.
Like, I think the point,
absolutely.
Yeah, I think the point that we were kind of angling for with that happening, got
the point was made without it being to the scale that we had planned on.
Yeah.
So, less is more, or that sentence didn't end the way that I wanted it to. Less is more on occasion.
And then, what about us was kind of the fee angle on it.
Yeah. Clearest Blue was also along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of our transition song from the ship scene into Candlelight Wharf. Here,
Clearest Blue is actually on my fee playlist.
Do you want me to look up
this episode?
Do you want me to look at the lyrics?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, y'all. I have a sore throat. But yeah, we had a lot of thoughts about that. We had a lot of thoughts about. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I had a lot of feelings about Fee, and just another time I'm caught inside every open eye, holding on tightly to the sides, never quite learning why. You'll meet me halfway. That was a lot.
Siblings.
That was a lot. And I liked Tied to the Shifting Ground like I always was. And just another time that I go down, but you're keeping up, holding to a hope you'll undermine, never to be reversed. Just another time I'm caught inside every open eye, holding on tightly to the sides. Yeah. I had a lot of feelings about the song. And it ended up on the Fee playlist for this episode. So, hey.
Oh, fuck. Did I do my Leo song for that? I'll work
I added it.
Okay.
I got you.
And then, then there were two more after that. Talk by Hosier. This is the first time we hear from the captain on a playlist, which is really interesting because we've done a lot more overarching design with how we want to do the playlist since we're making them as we record.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot more fine control over, no, we're not doing this song now. We're holding on until this episode.
Yeah.
Or let's do this song now because it won't work as well if we do it later.
Yeah.
And a lot of the ways, the captain is a main character in season 2. Get used to him. He's going to be around for a while.
Yeah, he is in fact one of Fee's endgame love interests.
Yeah, the captain is a very, very, very big character in season 2. Yeah. So we hear a lot from him on the playlists, especially because we're getting ready to go into his territory. We are moving into the Zephyr Isles, and almost all of the exposition on everything going on there is going to be coming through him. Yeah. So,
and also this season in general, we heard a lot more from other characters that aren't Leo and Fee.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and but a lot of the soundtrack design, as far as the playlists go, that we've done with the captain, is a lot of the exposition that we get through him is actually done through sea shanties later in the season. So we'll have there's going to be a lot of
very into the sea shanties.
I'm a pirate fucker. What do you want from me?
I know. I'm very fond of you.
It was either going to be sea shanties or Jimmy Buffett songs. Your pick.
Please, no.
But yeah, so a lot of the pirate history and stuff like that is like one of my special interests, and you'll see a lot of that later in the season because I know a lot of minutia.
Yeah.
But the fact that the Hosier song was the first time we hear from the captain is kind of
very fun.
Considering how much sea shanties and Dorina Harvey that we get from him later in the season. But yeah, I'd be the last shred of truth and the lost myth of true love. I'd be the sweetest feeling of release mankind now dreams of, that's found in the last witness before the wave hits, marveling at God before he feels alone, one final time and marries the sea. Imagine being loved by me. You don't understand that yet.
You don't understand
but you will.
But you will.
But you will. And like, so I think the fun thing about Fecule versus Leozet as far as endgame romances go is that Leozet has been such a slow burn this whole time.
Oh yeah.
Fee gets a fast burn in season 2. It is like it is as close to love at first sight as we felt comfortable doing.
Fecule in general is very 0 to 100.
Yeah.
And part of that's just because Fee's like that. But also
Sabine the captain also. That,
yeah.
Yeah, so Fee's romance arc is very much fast burn to Leozet's slow burn.
Yeah. Well, and also it's we had different priorities for how we handled romance for RPCs. Like personally, my priority with Fee romances was just that her partners just immediately see like the worth of her as a person and how cool she is and just like her immediately. Because that's something that Fee hasn't had.
Yeah, whereas with Leo, it was much more of this kind of like narrative of mutual growth. Like when I decided to like pull the trigger, it's gonna be Zed.
And we talked this over with each other.
Yeah.
So we went into it.
But yeah, Fee has much more of a fast burn romance arc, and it turns out really good because we get to do a lot more with Fecule. We get to do a lot more of the like sweeping romantic schmoopy shit. Than we do with Leo and Zed, and like figuring out the best way to phrase this without spoiling anything.
Be careful.
Fee gets a notebook kiss in season 2.
Yeah.
And it is like my favorite fucking scene of the podcast that we've recorded so far. It's really good.
I just think I like it.
Yeah. Okay, and then last song on the playlist was Drumming Song by Florence and the Machine.
Which is also for that scene.
Which is also a Fee Captain song, yeah. Louder than sirens, louder than bells, sweeter than heaven, and hotter than hell, baby.
Yes. One of these days I am going to make that playlist for the Patreon that's just Fecule, but it's all Florence songs.
We're doing a lot of those playlists for the Patreon, actually, because we wanted to do Fecule, but it's all Florence songs.
Yes.
We've done Zed, but it's all Fall Out Boy songs.
Yes.
We're currently working on Leo, but it's all Wonder Years songs.
Yeah. And I'm definitely going to put up at least Fee, but it's all Mountain Goat songs if I don't do any other playlists like that for Fee. Mm-hmm. Lots of thoughts, lots of opinions. Oh, man. Yeah.
Somebody in the chat said it's Fecule time, it's Florence time, baby. Yeah. So true.
This is so much Alexa play Sky Full of Song by Florence and the Machine.
You guys will never listen to Various Storms and Saints the same way again. You will never listen to Various Storms and Saints the same way again.
We haven't anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the
Okay, how much soap did Leo How much soap did Leo manage to take out of Oskaya with him, and is he really going to open a franchise?
I let Barry put 20 bars of soap in his inventory.
And I have it in my inventory on D&D Beyond. Yeah. Well, now it's 18 bars of soap because he sent one to Bertrand and one to Wilhelmina. Yeah. But so Leo has 18 bars of soap and is planning to turn that 18 bars of soap into a full-fledged multi-level marketing scheme. An MLM run by an MLM, baby. He's the worst. I hate him.
Oh, the soap. Oh, jeez. My life has not known peace since I made the soap joke.
I took the ball and I ran with it, and it turned out funny.
I know. Did Leo manage to send his letters, or did he get kidnapped before that could happen?
Funny story. He did manage to send the letters. He got up the street to the courier, sent the letters, and was on his way back into the bar.
Yeah.
When our large friend with the buzz cut got him in the alleyway and had a knife up to his throat.
Yeah.
And now that we are done recording episode 14 and getting ready to move on to the next arc in season 2, I had the horrifying realization that he sent those letters to Wilhelmina and Bertrand that were like, hey, I'm back. I'm coming to stay with you. And then just never showed up and just never showed up.
Never followed up.
And never told them what was happening. So
I pointed that out to you yesterday while we were eating lunch, and you were like,
yeah. And so Wilhelmina John Chaser got this very nice letter with this wonderful bar of soap and a shiny rock for her kid, and was like, hey, Warren, guess what? Leo's going to come stay with us. And then he just never showed up.
Yeah. Well, because what had happened was we had that miscommunication of you didn't realize that he had, or you didn't process that he hadn't gotten back to them, and I didn't realize that he had sent the letters because I wasn't DMing that part. So I just thought he had got outside the bar and hadn't gotten to the courier, and I had to clarify it yesterday when we got this question.
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah, that whole time that Fee and the captain were there having that conversation was the time that Leo was running up the street, dropping off that stuff at the courier and then coming back, and then he got in the alley before he could get back into the bar. So Wilhelmina and Bertrand just got those letters, and then Leo never showed up, and they didn't get any follow-up on it. And at this point, we're 4 months out from that period?
It's been several months.
Yeah, it's been several months. So,
any thoughts?
So, I brought up to Al yesterday. I was like, "Oh, I need to address that in a very near future episode."
yeah, near future for us. Because again, we've just finished recording episode 14.
But unfortunately, where Leo and Fee are at right now, neither of them are thinking about that.
Nope.
So it's gonna have to be brought up by an outside party.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Do Asturians have a higher rate of pollen allergy / hay fever because of their weird immune systems?
I think so.
I was going to say I don't think so because allergies are a result of hyperactivity in your immune system.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So honestly, I don't think so. I think if anything, they have lower rates of hay fever just because all of them have such bad immune systems.
They're allergic to less. Rather than in the broad terms of what allergies are, they're actually allergic to less things. Yeah.
Biology.
Miss Pidge, are we really going to do this again this week? The screaming?
Why are you yelling?
I love you so much. Please be silent.
But yeah, to answer that, I think the answer is no. And in fact,
What's up with the bird?
What's up with the bird? Somebody just said, "What's up with the bird?" What's up with the bird?
I feel comfortable dropping a couple pirate NPC names because you guys are going to find out almost immediately next week.
I feel comfortable.
The bird is an AAC device.
Yeah, the bird is an AAC device. What is up with the bird is the guy that owns the bird is a warlock, and he has a specific eldritch invocation.
Well, he's packed to the chain.
And he's packed to the chain, and he has a specific eldritch invocation. That means that he can talk through his familiar, just whenever. And the wording of the invocation is that your familiar talks with your voice.
But he's nonverbal, so.
Yeah, I've heard that people that don't talk full-time prefer non-speaking, so nonverbal, non-speaking, whichever term. Okay. But he doesn't talk at all, so his voice does not sound like anything. So the bird just does that.
The voice of the bird is the bird's voice, because the bird is also capable of independent communication.
Yeah.
Again, as you guys will find out next week.
As you'll find out, but
the bird can speak for itself.
Yeah, and the bird chooses to sound like that, and the bird chooses to make the guy that owns it sound like that. And the bird is undead for other reasons.
Like that being like Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yeah. And the bird is very obviously undead for other reasons.
Other warlock reasons.
Yeah. Oh.
The new subclasses in Von Richten's Guide to Ravenloft are really good.
But yeah, what's up with the bird? Short answer, a lot. Many things. Was Fee really that flustered, or was it an act? No, Fee was that flustered.
I mean, look at him.
Look at him. Fee really was that flustered. I wish it had been an act, but no. This was Fee's actual factual reaction to what was going on. I have thought about it every day since I said it. Fee just goes.
I mean, look at it. Like, you can't blame her. You can't blame her. Like,
absolutely not. Fee is very easily flustered.
Well, I mean, and like, look at her fucking reaction the first time she met Sabine. She was like, during that too.
Yeah. Fee just is like that. The two reactions that Fee has had to her romance interest, just women and I just
and that's great of her.
And that's great of her. It is great of her. I love that about her. But every day.
Well, I mean, fuck. Like, look at Leo's first reaction to his romance interest. Are you an angel?
Yeah.
Not quite, little buddy.
Not quite. Oh, man. I miss Zed soon.
I also miss Zed so much.
But yeah. Yeah, I think it's very fun to play Fee and the way that she reacts to things.
The way that she reacts to hot people.
The way that she reacts to hot people, yes. Fee is a very charismatic and socially competent person, but she is a socially competent person in the way that she has forced herself to learn social skills. So when she's taken by surprise and flustered for like a second before it kicks in, it's just
out the window.
Out the window. And she bounced back rather quickly in that conversation. And I think she bounced back enough to have a bit of banter with Sabine in their first encounter. Mm-hmm. But just for like the first minute, she's just
hot.
Hot.
Well, and also I think with the captain, I think a big part of like why she bounced back as quickly as she did, you rolled well enough on some of those checks that I feel like Fee could probably perceive a little bit of a threat.
And
it was like, okay, all right,
mm-hmm.
Well, and especially with the contested checks. So the contested checks with like the insight and the deception,
yes,
Fee was never going to be able to actually lie to the captain.
Yeah, because he already knew who she was. Yeah,
he already knew who she was, so she was not going to be able to convince him that she was this random person. He knew who she was, and that's why he was there.
Yeah.
So she was never going to be able to actually lie to him, but those checks that I had Al roll were more for, can you pick up how he is reacting to these lies that you are telling?
Yeah, because Fee's insight is not good.
But her deception is very good. However, your deception would just have not been good enough in context to convince this man who already knew who you were.
Yeah, absolutely. And also you had to kind of bullshit me a little bit during the scene. So, oh, geez. Last question we got from our patrons. Why did the captain react to Fee's alias that way?
I direct all of you back to season 1, episode 9.
And the fact that we've said everything that Sabine said in season 1, episode 9 was foreshadowing.
For like
and it was
big overarching plot shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, if you want to crack the fucking podcast, go back and just listen to season 1, episode 9. Listen to it over and over again, because every word out of Sabine Javaris's mouth in that episode
is plot relevant.
is huge foreshadowing for like big things coming in the podcast. The specific line, I'll even give it to you, is I had to go live in the Zephyr Isles for about 10 years. Took a stormfolk for a lover. Pirate captain, very handsome. Did maroon me on an island.
Yeah. And Fee also remembered that. And Fee also remembered that as he reacted to her alias.
And that's why she decided
to bounce. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it all mean?
Oh, okay. I'm seeing people start to get it in the chat. Yeah. No. Every word out of Sabine Javaris's mouth in The Beacon Part 1 is a massive, massive foreshadowing for huge plot things coming later in the podcast.
And also Fecule.
But yeah, the line was, I took a stormfolk for a lover. Pirate captain, very handsome, did maroon me on an island.
Yep.
And then she didn't say anything else about it.
And then she didn't say anything else about it. But
I'll give you guys 3 guesses who that pirate captain was.
And the first 2 don't count.
Yeah.
And we find out about more of the details of that next episode, but
it's actually so funny that you ended up going the route that you did, because if you had gone the way that I was kind of expecting you to in season 1, puzzling out and either repairing or holding down and curb stomping the captain and Sabine's relationship was going to be a side quest later on in the podcast.
Yeah, if I hadn't immediately fallen in love with Sabine, and if I wasn't playing Fee as polyamorous from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, because the captain and Sabine had always had the history that they have, which you guys will be finding out more about next week.
Yeah.
So either repairing that or finally stopping or either repairing that or not beating the dead horse anymore and just putting it down was going to be a side quest later on in the podcast if you hadn't picked them as your romantic interest.
Fecule. I'm very excited for Fecule. I've had fun with it.
Oh, so like we've had a fucking blast with them. They've been great. Yeah.
We recorded some stuff for episode 14, and we'll go back to it at that time. That was all of our Patreon questions, by the way. So if anybody has other questions, drop them in the chat.
We're so excited to talk about pirates. Please.
We love the pirates.
We love the pirates.
We're very excited that we got the pirates. Oh man. Zephyr Isles arc is.
Can we really call it an arc when it's like 80% of the season?
Yeah.
We have Zephyr Isles fun arc and then Zephyr Isles political arc, which is what we're getting into now with recording. Yeah.
Oh man, we're having fun with it. Somebody asked, how did the captain get top surgery on the high seas? If the horizontal scars mentioned are as I'm imagining them,
he went to Vogeldur. So. Oh man, this is digging into backstory stuff that I can't discuss yet, but that you will find out about the captain.
Mm-hmm.
He was not always the Pirate King of the Zephyr Isles. It is not an inherited position. It is a position that he had to fight for and win and establish.
It's ornamental more than anything.
It's ornament. Yeah, he does not have any like political power.
Yeah.
Unless he's among other pirates.
He just is in charge of all the Zephyr Isles pirates.
He's in charge of all the pirates in the Zephyr Isles, but that does not grant him any real political power, especially not in the Zephyr Isles, because they don't like him for reasons.
Yeah, they don't like him for reasons, and also that's just not the governmental system at the Zephyr Isles, and we'll get into that.
Yeah. But he was not always the Pirate King of the Zephyr Isles. That was something that he came into in his adulthood. And as he was working his way up to that, no, I think it probably would have been after he became the Pirate King of the Zephyr Isles, when he would have had access to the resources. The captain worked very hard and robbed a lot of rich people of their money to go sail to Vogvolder and get top surgery.
And get a couple things off his chest.
Yeah, he just had a couple things he really needed to get off his chest.
Yeah.
And that brings up the chance for us to clarify. The captain specifically, he is a...
Yeah, this was something that was really important to you.
Yeah, he is a very binary trans man. He has elected to not do fantasy testosterone. Yeah. And that is
the shanty voice.
yeah, and that is by his choice. Yeah. Like, it is not out of like lack of resources or anything. He just didn't feel the need to do it.
Yep.
He's one of those gingers that has extremely fine hair. He already knows he's not going to be able to grow a beard, and also he doesn't want to risk ruining his shanty voice. He has a beautiful voice for sea shanties.
Oh, jeez.
Which, like, that kind of comes from a pretty personal place, because I was a professionally trained vocalist. Back in the day before I transitioned, and like one of the things that I was really scared of happening was losing my singing voice, and I did for a long time.
Yeah,
and it's pretty limited now. Even, you know, I can really only do like Frank Sinatra and the Mountain Goats now.
And Hosier.
Yeah. So yeah, like the captain's whole trans experience is really personal to me, and I love him so much.
But yes, he did not get top surgery on the high seas.
Oh, no. He went to Vogvolder.
Although, like, that does bring up the point of, I don't want anybody to think that the medical system in the Zephyr Isles is not advanced.
It's better than Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than Australia. I don't want anybody to think that it's like not advanced or it's behind other places. Like,
he could have gotten top surgery. Yeah, he could have gotten top surgery in the Zephyr Isles, but also he had a couple arrest warrants out on him, so he chose not to do that.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, we go into a lot more of the kind of infrastructure and, like, I don't want to say technology, but like thank you, bitch.
The political structure and how society works in the Zephyr Isles, because it's very different from anything Leo or Fee have ever experienced before.
Yeah. And we go into that in later episodes. But what? Hi, bitch. Hi.
Oh, speaking of that actual comment of if the horizontal scars mentioned are as I'm imagining them, you guys do get official captain art next week.
Yes. We get a couple pieces of official art.
We get a couple pieces of official art next week. One of which is the official character portort of the captain.
Yes.
So
and the other of which
we'll see. Yeah,
you'll
find out.
You'll see it. Oh, jeez. But yeah. Sorry, we have noises going on in the apartment.
But yeah, so he went to Vogvolder to get his top surgery, but that wasn't because he couldn't have gotten it in the Zephyr Isles. It was just that
it wasn't because it wasn't available in the Zephyr Isles. It was that he specifically
would have gone to jail if he had docked long enough.
Yeah.
The captain's a lot. Get ready. Strap in.
But yeah, we do actually meet a highly trained doctor that has lived and worked in the Zephyr Isles her entire life. Next week. Because she's a member of the crew. And we have a lot of fun with that. Oh, geez. Although we don't get full exposition on her shit for a couple more episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sorry, our cat.
Pitch. Woody, what do you have? I hear rattling.
He's making rustling sounds. 1 second.
We need to make sure he's not eating something he shouldn't.
Hey. Hey, you. What you got? Last. All right. 1 moment.
We love our pets so much. We love them so much. They drive us ape shit.
We love them so much, but sometimes Woody chooses to eat trash.
All right. Where did you even get that?
I don't know. Anyway. But yes, we have a lot of fun with the pirate introductions next week, and we had a lot of fun with describing them in the tavern.
Yeah, because I feel like the people we met in the tavern are like the main.
Yeah, there are a couple more that are pretty major, but that's the main.
That's the main group. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of fun with that.
And I was really just excited to do like more Stormfolk Expo because
because we had a lot of fun with it, designing the Zephyr Isles and the Stormfolk.
Mm-hmm.
I also just enjoyed the fact that our first introduction to the guy with the bird is that his opalescence is rainbow colored.
Well, that's a fun thing to bring up, actually. So we were talking about how the Stormfolk all have this opalescent quality to their skin and their hair.
Yeah.
So all of the main NPCs for this season that are Stormfolk, we actually based off of different types of opal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the captain is based off of a fire opal.
Yeah.
And again, like you guys can like Google, image search a lot of these, but the captain was based off of fire opal. Oh god damn it. What was redacted based off of? I think it's called a midnight opal.
Yeah, I think something like that, a midnight opal, something close to that. But it was that was one of the first ones we decided on because it's a black opal that just has these like rainbow glimmers inside of it.
Kind of like the hunger from Jazz Balance.
Yeah. And first of all, so true. And second of all, gay rights. Oh, jeez.
It's just black opal. It's just
black opal.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. And then the captain's based off of a fire opal. The girl with the sword is based off
the fact that we can't say their names is so it's agonizing.
It's hard.
It's agonizing.
Because we've been playing with them for weeks now.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, are the Stormfolk reflavored elves or are they a homebrew?
They're elves.
Well, so here's the thing. Species-wise, they are a subtype of elves as far as our world goes. When we were doing a lot of their mechanical stuff, we based them off of Tritons.
They don't have the inherent spellcasting.
Yeah, they don't have the inherent spellcasting, but they have the swim speed and they can breathe underwater.
And they have the water breathing.
Yeah. They also don't have the damage resistances that Tritons get.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of mishmashed Tritons and moon elves.
Because Stormfolk and Astrarian elves have a common ancestor, which is what you would typically consider a moon elf.
Yeah. And infernal elves, therefore. But yeah, we didn't fully homebrew them, but we picked and chose features from Tritons and moon elves.
Yeah, but Guy with the Bird was based off of a black opal. Big Guy with the Buzz Cut was based off of a white opal, which has flashes of green and pink.
Yeah. Wow, marriage.
The captain was based off of fire opal. The girl with the sword was based off of Peruvian opal.
Yes.
And I don't think we talked about the kid. I don't think we've talked about what he's got going on. But all of the like main Stormfolk NPCs, when we're doing their like coloration and physical descriptions and talking about like the different flashes that you get when they're in different types of light, they're all based off different types of opals.
Yeah. And we had a lot of fun with that. I'm also just glad we got some more teens, for later for when Lorelai gets back.
Yeah.
Somebody said hello is the girl with the
she's a big old lesbian.
Yes.
Huge lesbian. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We adore her.
We adore her. Just a kind of rude 17-year-old lesbian with a sword. Is she free on Thursdays? No, she's so busy.
No.
She's the most competent person on the boat. Oh, jeez.
She's not free. I'm sorry. She's busy taking care of this fucking 30-something-year-old that adopted her.
I don't know about that, but no. She's busy running the boat because no one else can. Somebody said, cannot emphasize enough that when I was listening to her description, my jaw dropped. Girl, help. She has max strength.
She does. Just a buff teenager with a sword.
Yeah.
I love her so much.
She has max strength and well over 100 hit points. She is...
she has double Leo's hit. Well, at the point that we're at now, she has double Leo's
at this point, we love her so much. You cannot stop her. That's all.
You cannot stop her. I, as a DM, tried. And could not.
She has been involved in one combat so far in the season.
She just fucking wrecked shop. like we were, we figured, we can take Redacted along with us.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. She'll be well suited for this. And then she and Fee almost single-handedly ended the combat
in 3 rounds.
in 3 rounds. Yeah. You cannot stop her.
I enjoy her.
She's very good. She's supremely mean, and I think that's great. She doesn't take anybody's bullshit, is what I will say. And also she fell prey to the meme that a friend of ours made at the beginning of the campaign, which is lesbians will look at Leia Valentine and go, is anybody going to bully this? Not wait for an answer. Yeah, and then that's exactly what she did.
I just love her. She's just a lot. She's a lot.
We adore her.
I like her.
She's very close to my heart.
Oh, jeez.
The kid with the glasses will also be important, however.
Yes, yeah. I think Teen Squad. I think Teen Squad. We talked about how we're gonna have a Teen Squad for the rest of this campaign, and they are half of it.
Yes, they are half of it because we're getting Yeah, the girl with the sword and the kid with the glasses are half of the Teen Squad.
Yeah, and they are we'll establish now they are equivalently about 15 and 17.
Yeah, girl with the sword is 17, close to 18.
Yeah.
Kid with the glasses is like a solid 15.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 20 minutes left, so go ahead if you guys have any other questions. Yes. Oh man, it's been so fun talking about the pirates.
We have so much fun with the pirates. Patrons Giant Wives playlist is up also.
Yeah, we did do a playlist for the Giant Wives this week.
Yeah. So that one's out.
Well, and also the captain art is out for the patrons.
The captain art is out for patrons, but it will be going up publicly after
on Friday.
Yeah. Friday. As well as the other piece of official art that we have. Oh man. What else was I gonna say? Good question. Yeah. But yeah, all of the NPCs that we have on the pirate crew are very near and dear to our hearts.
We love them all a lot.
Yeah. I would say especially girl with the sword and the guy with the bird.
Yeah.
Gay rights.
Oh, okay. So guy with the bird. That's the NPC we've been talking about.
That just steals
every fucking scene he's in. That's him. That's the bitch. Yeah.
Every time he starts talking, we're just like,
okay, we have to give you 5 more minutes of screen time. Go on.
Take center stage.
Yeah, continue. Yeah.
Keep going. We get into scenes where we are voicing this motherfucker, and it's just like, even I don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth, and I think that's mutual. He just says stuff.
Are those octopus legs? Pickled, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said they thought it was the captain for sure. No. Mm-mm. The captain
also steals every scene he's in, but
when the captain steals scenes, it's intentional because they are captain-focused scenes. The guy with the bird was not meant to have as much screen time as he does in multiple of the episodes that he's in.
But we love him.
And he just goes.
Yeah, but
he
the thing is, we love him.
He just says such enchanting things.
No, yeah, the guy with the bird is the NPC we were talking about.
Yeah,
he just absolutely steals every scene that he's in.
He just steals every scene. He just goes. He just says stuff. He just says stuff, and it is so delightfully weird that you can't interrupt him.
And again, you guys will get your first exposure to this next week because that was the first scene that we recorded the whole thing, and we were like, "Oh my god, he's gonna fucking steal every scene he's in."
That wasn't one of the ones that he extended super far out from where it was meant to be, but he just.
Well, no, he had a scene with Fee later on. That got extended way further than it was meant to.
Yeah. Well, it didn't go that far. But yeah, he just goes. But yeah, when the captain steals scenes, it's because he is meant to be the center of those scenes.
Because the captain is a main character in season 2.
Either because they are digging into his backstory or because they are Fee captain scenes or Fecule scenes. Mm-hmm. When the guy with the bird steals scenes, he just does it. He just does it. Oh, man. It's also 2 weeks until we meet our second major antagonist.
We hate her so much.
The main antagonist of season 2, and also I would say second tier, the secondary big bad. Yeah. And Fee's narrative foil, homo antagonism.
You guys don't even know what homo antagonism means right now.
Not yet.
It goes so the rabbit hole on that one goes so deep.
Their dynamic is very much a less genuinely flirting version of the Fee captain scene this episode of like, oh, you're a threat. I'm gonna be very charming. We're verbally fencing now.
No, yeah, except with Fee and Redacted, it's that they very much do want to kill each other. Yeah.
We're verbally fencing because we can't pull out swords where we are right now. But yeah, we have a lot. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that Q&A in 2 weeks. And
it is homoerotic, and I feel so bad about it. Because she's such a piece of shit.
It wasn't meant to be, but
she's so awful, but it did turn out that way.
Yeah. It wasn't meant to be, but we made them narrative foils, and
and and also the roots of that narrative foil go pretty deep as far as Fee's social circle is concerned.
Yeah. And I do mean narrative foil derogatory.
It's not good.
Yeah.
We hate her. We acknowledge how sexy she is, however.
Narrative foil, not as in whatever our souls are made of, hers and mine are the same derogatory, but as in my dark mirror.
Yeah. Episode 7 is going to be a lot of fun for you guys.
Oh man, a lot of stuff happened in episode 7. Episode 6 is also going to be, but that's mostly because of the NPC introductions and also Fecule. Yeah. And also some discussions.
Oh yeah, because they're gonna figure out who. Mm-hmm,
a lot of stuff that gets revealed in the
episode. Yeah, episode 6 is when Fee's religious arc really kicks off.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody just said making plans for my funeral as Toxic Woman fan 420. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh yeah! Like if you like female villains, you're gonna love her.
You're gonna like her.
You're gonna love her, but
you're gonna love to hate her. Oh, jeez. This is our homoerotic villain. You get to have one.
You get to have
one.
Ugh.
I'm realizing of like the 3 people that I would count as like main antagonists. 2 of them are just Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss.
Don't stop. We cannot do this.
Are you denying?
Am I denying that Moreland Valsine is a girl boss?
Moreland Valsine. I was talking about Alasha.
You said of main 3 villains. Oh, okay. Yeah.
3 of them. 2 of them.
2 of them. Okay.
Fool. Fool.
Yes.
I love you so dearly. No, I was saying Alasha and Redacted Season 2 villain are girl bosses.
Yeah.
Derogatory.
Yeah, they're both derogatory girl bosses.
No, stop. See what you did. You did this. Oh, no.
I hate it here.
What have you done?
I'm so sorry. I'm going to go refill my drink.
Okay,
Keep
go.
Please give us a couple more questions before we have to stop.
Questions that aren't about Moreland Valside being a girl boss.
Please. This has happened like 2 weeks in a row now.
Somebody said I'd argue that all of our villains fall under Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss. They each get one.
I think Moreland gets Manipulate, Mansplain, Male Wife. But
yeah. I would argue that of the Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss triangle, he's allowed to have Gaslight.
Well, yeah, because that's literal sorcerer power.
Yeah. That's his spell list. Yeah, somebody said, apparently, again, can you really be a male wife if you murdered your wife? He can be somebody's male wife, just not Adana's.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry I said that. Oh, man. Oh. This is hell.
Hey, y'all, remember when we said that Alasha was complicit in what happened to Adana?
Yeah, somebody in the chat just said Alasha's male wife. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. But yeah, I for one welcome Alasha's. I don't know if it's really a heel turn because she hasn't been subtle, but Alasha's heel behavior. Yeah, it's not a heel turn if it's not a turn, but it's something. It's something. Ugh. But yeah, I would say of our main three villains, yeah, 66% girl bosses. Just like, but yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with the villain of this season in a couple weeks. We're definitely having fun with the pirate NPCs next week. What else was I gonna say? I'm just riffing. How long is it? This man. Anyway. But yeah, what else was I gonna say? You should know. Figure it out. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, Team Villain does get expounded upon pretty intensely this season, especially after we meet her.
Her derogatory. But yeah, it's we're not gonna get a lot more of Team Villain development directly through Moreland, thankfully.
That's kind of a cool thing that we've figured out is that a lot of the exposition on like Moreland's psyche and shit, like as the big bad of the whole campaign, is coming from the people around him.
Yeah, the people that are around him that he has harmed, especially.
Yeah. And like his psyche is very interesting.
Like we never want to write flat villains, but
it's compelling, but also he's vile. Yeah.
But also he doesn't deserve to speak.
Yeah. Well, and also like just given his whole shit, he wouldn't, because his whole thing has been that he hasn't been willing to admit that there's shit wrong with him.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That too, but I like my joke about how he's not allowed to speak better.
Okay.
Oh, geez. But yeah, there's a lot we never want to write flat villains, but also it's I think, more interesting and more reliable to kind of get insight into villains from outside sources. Because we get a lot of our exposition on the season 2 villain from the people that she has harmed. Also, yeah.
Yeah.
Just grimacing. I'm very fond of
her. Oh God, she's very fun and she's very hot, but I hate her so much.
Yeah.
Okay, 5-minute call. Last minute questions. Anything.
Yeah.
We'll do anything.
Yeah. Anything you got, we're good. Otherwise, we're gonna keep riffing. What else were they gonna say about the pirates? I was gonna say something about the pirates. We apologize in advance for the naming scheme of the pirates.
It's okay. Remember how like a season ago we said that nobody in season 2 has a normal name?
No.
Pirate Arc is where we get deep into that.
Yeah. This one was preparation.
Yeah, this one was just getting you guys ready.
Yeah.
What's about to happen.
But yeah, we apologize in advance for if you attempt to say anything about the characters out of the context of like Q&A chat, because it's not gonna look like anything.
Yeah, because I saw a post that was like, I want to talk about the captain from Compelled Duel, but since he's just the captain, I almost referred to him as Captain Compelled Duel.
Yeah, and it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, no. It gets worse actively. Actively, it gets worse than that.
Yeah. We were laughing about that. Oh, jeez. But yeah, we apologize for the name scheme, except that we don't, because it's very funny.
Yeah. And it doesn't get better in season 3. Because season 3 is where we meet the four gnomes all named Tony.
Yeah. That we've had in the back pocket as a joke since before we started recording. Oh no. But yeah, we have a lot of fun. What was I gonna say? Oh, but yeah, I've really enjoyed a lot of Fee's character development this season also. And we're starting to see shadows of it. I have been saying that Fee is chaotically aligned. And oh geez. Oh no. Uh-oh. I think you had a line in like episode 11.
I don't like fuck around and find out.
Yeah. I don't like fuck around and find out Fee.
Yeah, the line was, I don't like fuck around and find out Fee. I love you. I hate this.
Yeah. And we're starting to see shadows of that. Of just
well, and like you can argue that like season 1 is very much Leo character development, where Fee is like a lot of the world building development.
Yeah.
And like it kind of shifts in season 2. Like in a big part of season 2, like Leo is our expo for other characters. Leo is our expo for existential problems that are going on.
Yeah. And Fee's just vibing.
Yeah.
And Fee's just vibing. Oh man. Fee's figuring out her polycule and her religious arc, and she's doing what she's doing. And whatever homo antagonistic thing she's got going on.
I hate her so much. Anyway.
But yeah, I'm very excited for everybody to see the rest of what's been going on with Fee this season. Because I've been very proud of her character development.
Yeah, it's been going really well.
Yeah.
And then we kind of take a well, we don't know. Like, I don't want to say anything about anything that we haven't recorded yet, because
because things change so much on a dime.
We've redesigned the fucking season so many times at this point.
I feel like every time we say something about something we have planned but haven't recorded, we have to redesign the season again.
Yeah. So.
Oh, jeez. But yeah,
Leo's Edward Union, it's not going to be good, but it's going to be something.
But it's going to be something. And we're going to record it in a little more than 3 weeks.
That's horrifying. Okay. All right. So 30 seconds. If anybody has any last minute questions, go ahead and get them in. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for this week.
Yeah. We're very glad everybody liked the Pirates.
You're going to like them more after Friday or Thursday if you're a patron.
Yeah. Oh, man. Pirates. But ominous sea shanties in the distance. Yeah.
It's more like rude sea shanties in the distance, if we're being honest.
True. That is true. Oh, jeez.
Okay. Well, we've hit our 1 hour mark, so we're going to go ahead and dip for the night.
Yes.
I have to finish editing 14, and we have to do some playlist building. But
yes, we will see you guys next week. Enjoy episode 6.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.